You're working, you're showing up every single day, you're grinding, you're doing everything that they ask you to do. And yet it looks as if nothing is working. You are completely exhausted. And you feel like if one more person tells you to work harder or stay consistent again, you might actually lose your mind. You've done everything they ask you to do. And it looks as if the more you do, it's as if you're pouring water into a basket. I see you. And today, I want to tell you something that changed everything for me. You are not failing, sweetheart. You are just running on a system that was never designed for you to win. I want you to stay with me because in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why it looks as if you're working so hard and you're getting very little, and more importantly, how you can be able to break out of it. So, you are in this place right now because you feel like you've done everything that they asked you to do and it looks as if nothing is working. I want to first of all talk about what I call the hustle trap. Here is the first thing that I need you to understand. As a woman, the hustle culture was never designed and was never built for women in mind. You see this culture of working 80 hours, grind, and the thing was, when I was building my business, I was with men that literally were doing this. And so for me, I felt like really productive. If I have not worked 80, 100 hours a week, I felt like even when there was nothing to do, I was always finding something to do. You see, that kind of model was built for men in the era where, someone else was handling everything else. So the women were handling the home, the kids, the emotional labor. So the men would go out there and focus solely on work. And women took that blueprint. And now you're trying to run all of that. The woman is trying to be a wife. You're trying to be a mother. You're trying to be the CEO. You're trying to be everything. And then you wonder why you're tired. For so long, I feel like we have been living in a world where so many people have equated success to suffering. That if you're not exhausted, you're not working hard enough. And I want you to know that productivity does not equal, being busy does not equal being productive. Right? That rest is a reward that you have to earn. So I fell into this trap because I was also trying to work. And that is one of the major lies that keeps people broke, because every day you go out there, you see people going out to their different work, 9-to-5 job, nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, people are currently overworking. I'm going to explain to you why overworking is keeping you broke and poor. You see, when you are running on empty, you're going to make poor money decisions. It doesn't matter if you get a promotion at your workplace or if you get a profit at your business. As long as you're working in this circle, you will discover that the more you work, the more you earn, the more you cannot be able to give account of your money. I'm not talking about you being irresponsible. I'm talking about that psychology of scarcity, that mindset that you have to always be on your wheels 24/7 or else nothing comes from you. Money is abundant. Money is, if you have that mindset of scarcity, money runs away from you. Also, but when your system has been built in this survival mode, you begin to spend what I call reactively. You are too overwhelmed to be able to budget. You buy on impulse. You buy on fear of missing out, on FOMO, because your brain is desperately looking for a reward after all of the work. If you're also in business, you discover that you begin to undercharge your services. You're burned out, you just need the sale, you begin to discount. And I made this mistake as well too, because I was in that same situation. You begin to take clients that you shouldn't take. You begin to trade discounts. You begin to trade your time for money, because you have not been able to build the mental bandwidth to be able to build something better. I did this. I took on clients. I undercharged. I took on clients that literally drained life out of me. Overworking doesn't create wealth. Overworking was designed to keep people in what I call the labor circle, whereby you keep working and working and working and working till you get to 65. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about saying that hard work is bad. Of course I work hard, but there's a difference between when you're working hard and when you are overburning yourself. The other thing I want to talk about is the wealth gap nobody talk about. There is a real systemic reason, especially Black women, women of color, first generation world builders face when you're trying to do something. If you're trying to do something for the first time, trying to get this business going for the first time, trying to upgrade your car for the first time, we have been taught you have to survive. It's going to be a fight. You have to save. You have to be careful. And we do not talk about wealth so much. We are so caught up in this survivor mode. We are so caught up in this saying we have to be able to work or else we won't be able to feed. So usually, even when we earn, we do not talk about how to grow our money. We do not talk about how to be able to save, how to be able to invest, even though we save. We do not talk about how to be able to build assets. We are just after how can we be able to earn? How can we be able to earn more and more and more? When you want to step into the realm of wealth, you do not try to overwork. The wealth see what I call leverage. In the beginning stages, usually you're going to work really hard, but that working hard is not from a place of exhaustion. You're working out to be able to build systems, build leverage, build things in place that can literally buy back your time. And as a woman, you have to be able to protect your energy like it's a financial asset, because it is. Your energy is your asset. You cannot build systems with a very weak energy. Okay? If you want to build wealth, do not charge based on hours. Charge based on value. You don't have to be able to undercharge yourself just because you want to be able to survive. That's the problem so many people make. I want you to have that mindset of shifting from trading for time to trading for money. Because if you continue in this cycle of exhaustion, what's going to happen? You might make the money, but you won't be able to. You look back at yourself 10, 20 years from now, and you cannot be able to account for it. And then what happens? Your system, your body breaks down. It's not about just trying to do the right thing. It's about doing the right things from the right energy. What am I trying to say? Joy, are you trying to say that we should not work hard? Joy, are you trying to say that we should not go to work? Of course, I'm not trying to say that. I'm trying to say that while you are doing that, build systems in place. That's what differentiates you from a regular person who is just trying to walk around about the hills. I've mentored women that they have multiple businesses doing really well, and at the same time, they are completely exhausted. And the moment they decide to take a step back and put systems in place and regain back their energy, you discover that things begin to flow. The wealth you are chasing, the money you are chasing begins to flow. So it's not about you trying to work more harder. It's about you trying to leverage, about you trying to buy your time. It's about you trying to build systems in place. Wealth is not built, it's built by you leveraging your time, leveraging systems, leveraging people, knowing how to be able to communicate all of those things. And that will not fall under your laps when your energy is on a low level. So it's not by trying to work 98 hours a week. Sometimes I work really hard, but when it's time for you to rest, take a rest. Rest is also part of building your business. Recharging yourself is also part of building your financial life and your wealth journey. If this resonated with you, I want you to do two things for me. First of all, I want you to drop a comment and tell me, do you feel like the more you work, the more you cannot be able to account for your money? Or do you feel like you're currently burnt out right now and you cannot take it anymore? I'm going to read every single one of your comments. And if you have not subscribed, if you not like or share it, do that right now, because I'm going to teach you more on how to be able to build wealth without destroying your peace of mind. I'll see you guys in my next video.